Welcome everyone on the session number 11, which is yes, you can earn with zero investment. And this session is specifically for the people who really want to build the legacy. And thank you for joining in because it shows that you have the courage as well as you have the zeal to do something different. And I make sure that you're in this 60 minutes, you will understand that how the businesses are running and what are the mistakes which most of the people are making while doing the businesses. And specifically, this mistake is mostly happening at two parts. The first one is the people who just started the business, I should say the first time entrepreneurs. And the second one is the people who are already in the mindset that they are in the market from last so many years and they know if and but still they are doing a mistake. And the third category of the person who are just thinking, especially the people who are open to work and they want to do something different because they're not getting a job and they didn't did any sort of business in their past. So this 60 minutes is going to help each and everyone so that you will get a proper direction. And then once you have a direction, then you will also understand that what would be the which line, which domain, which industry segment will work best for you. So let me start the session with the as usual my thank you note, and this is where I'm focusing that you will make your legacy, and this 60 minutes is good enough to answer your questions and to give you the good great idea. So what will be the outcome? I will be touch basing upon it. The outcomes are, the first one is that I guarantee you that there will be multiple sources of revenues or income you can open. So if you're selecting one domain, then how you can scale up and open multiple sources of avenue or income from that, that is very much possible. Second, build your legacy, and this is something which is very important because employment cannot be shifted to someone to the your next generation, but legacy which you are building, which you are doing for yourself, for the society, will be get transferred to your next generation. And I'm 100% sure that whatever the beliefs you are having in your mind, especially about the complications of the businesses, will get removed because I made it very simple. And there are so many examples which I did it on myself. And this, my book, as well as the course or this session includes all the examples, which is real life example with the mistake what I experienced and how you can avoid that. And important part here is that people generally ask that Deepak, what is our ease of doing it? So I generally said that guys, you are not making a Maggie that you want the results in 2 minutes. You are building your legacy. But the flexibility here is that you can execute the actions either in the full-time mode or as a part-time mode. Right? It means if you have a weekend, I only need your 30 minutes on the weekend so that you can start doing your action. If you are doing a full time, then you have a time. And in weekend also, you can have a flexibility to choose to select which is the 30 minutes you want to set to there. There are so many templates which have been built. There are so many recorded session which I have built for you. And there are so many step-by-step procedure which you will get handy. And in the last also, you will get a lot of stuff from my side as a bonus. So as I mentioned, that who is this for? So it is for the people, three categories: those who are open to work, first one. Second, the people who are startups, who are first time business owner. And the third one is those who are already doing the business. So it means they are in the business with the assumption that they know everything. Definitely they know most of the things, but still they are not millionaire. And we know the another set of employees. These are the guys who are doing a job, but they are not satisfied, right? And when they are not satisfied, so it means they have an in their impression that what they can do. So part time is actually meant for them as well. It works very well if they want to take a next step, and this direction help them. And yes, you can earn, help them to achieve that goal. There are few rules. I hope I'm not going very fast because there are some introductory slide. I want to cover it, just a first, complete that one. But if you think there's any question, so please, raise your hand so that I can able to see that, because I'm using two screens. So, I will be able to answer your queries. I should not run fast. Am I okay? So please raise your hand, please. Oh, no. I am audible? That is also one question. Hopefully I'm audible. Okay. Okay. I can see one hand. Okay. So there are some rules, because this 60 minutes is very valuable for, okay, I saw some chat messages. Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. Thanks, Vipin. Okay. So there are some rules that I have just specified. The important is, as you are investing your most valuable thing, which is your time, right? So just be concentrate on what I'm trying to say. Obviously, there are some queries which we will handle. These all are the point which I'm raising right now. These all are tried and tested from last so many years, right? And I will directly move directly to the point, because I value your time. And obviously, there are lot many bonuses which you will get at the end of the session. And this session may extend to 15 minutes. If it's so, bear with me. Otherwise, I will try to make it in 60 minutes. That's my hard practice to complete it in time. Who am I? I'm I'm just like you. So I spent 20 years in the industry. I launched my first book in the month of January by the name of Value Seller. It became Amazon #1 bestseller with all your wishes. There were so many instances which were connected with the people, with the audience, with the sales people generally, and the business owners. And I'm quite active in the LinkedIn. The LinkedIn has awarded some of the batches to me, and right now I'm handling the top sales voice in the LinkedIn. But this course or this session or this workshop is not about, or webinar is not about me, it's about you. So, but it's just to give you that what I am doing in the LinkedIn, and mostly we are connected with the LinkedIn, on the LinkedIn as well. The important message here is that as I mentioned, this in January, I launched it. It became a bestseller in 35 days. So thank you so much for all your support, trust, and giving your time, valuable time to read this book. And what I have realized, that book writing is much easier than reading a book. So thank you for for your valuable comments, feedbacks, and taking the time to read through. But important here is that whatever whatever the experience we are having right now, we will get fit in this hierarchy, in this organization hierarchy. It can be that we could be like, maybe some of us are employees, some of our maybe managers, some of us are maybe entrepreneurs. Anywhere, this is something which we are doing right now to earn money and to have the livelihood. Now, because in this batch, there are mixture of candidates. So the point here is that whenever the uptime comes, whenever whenever there is a tailwind, so when the company grows, everyone is very much excited. But whenever the bad time happens, or whenever we face a headwinds, at that time there is a fire. And the fire, the characteristics of a fire is that fire will always come from the down towards upside. So those person who are on the bottom of the pyramid, they are the first one who will be burnt, or who they will be sacrificed. And that's the reason, as per the LinkedIn data, 30,000 people across the globe is having an open to work status. And I'm 100% sure this figure is more than 90,000 rather than only 30,000, because most of the people don't put their open to work status. But the point here is, wherever we are, in whichever position, when the fire comes, and 2024 is expected that the fire is getting more intense and more bigger, so the fire will come to us, which will spoil the careers. And the employees, are always considered as an scapegoat. In the name of restructuring, in the name of reorganization, in the name of cost cutting, in the name of market is down, in the name of we are not performing well, our quarter is going down, our year has not shown the results, the employees are the first one to cut off. And that's the reason these names, these statements, you are fired, we don't need your services, the business is down, pink slip, open to work, I can't save you, sorry, we don't need services, all these statements become prevalent. And you have seen that 30,000 people, they have faced this brunt, and there are so many which is there. But so where the first fire comes, it comes and the as an for the employees, and really very, very terrible situation. How they will survive, we don't know, because they have already made their retirement plans, they have already made their investment plans, they have already invested in properties 20 for with 20 years loan EMIs, they have already invested in stocks, and the stocks are not performing well. Where will they go? No idea. And the only thing which they can do is just hopping from one area to another area, because they believe that just jumping from one company to another company is what which make them survive. 2024, with the advent of AI, this is not going to happen, right? Second, but why the employees are not able to do something different? And there are multiple reasons. I can tell you there are 101 reasons which make them justify to remain in the comfort zone. How I will spend, how I will pay my EMIs, how I will you know uh, pay the fees of my school kids, everything is genuine reasons, but that become the showstopper for them, because at the end of the day it is pulling them down and they are not able to take the risk. I shouldn't say risk, they don't have a clarity. And I give you a very good example. I met with few people and they generally said that, Deepak, my friend father did the business. They got a good amount of money, they made a good amount of money, but immediately the business goes down and they become bankrupt. So from their learning, I will not be able to take a next step, which is common, which is quite common example. And that's the reason whenever we try to do something different, our family pulls us down, and we all come from a middle class family. And the problem with the middle class people are they always talk about the guarantees. And even there's no guarantee everywhere. But in this session, in this, yes, you can earn, there is a guarantee you can earn money independently with zero investment. And this is a painful voice which everyone has hear every day whenever you want to take a next step. But we have to think about another angle, that why your company is not growing, why the business is not, you are not able to achieve your numbers. And when I say business, most of the people talk about the sales. Obviously sales are responsible for the numbers, and when you talk with a salesperson, he gives his own reasons, like tough competition, when the client doesn't like me, they want extra discount, they just release the RFP for the audit purpose, not to award the or not to invite another vendor or another partner like you to participate to give the project. They all are scripted. So there are multiple reasons behind it, and these are the genuine thing, because if we just go with the sales, which is a normal traditional sales, people don't, you will, the chances of you winning that part is very low. And that's the reason today the value selling is the most important key element, because people are talking about something which is tangible, and they try to make the value versus price comparison. If you are giving high value with low price, the chances are good, and we will discuss it in detail in the coming sessions. But yes, businesses face this problem, and when you start your entrepreneurship journey, you will also face the similar problem. How to avoid that well in time, this is this should be the game plan. But despite all these challenges, you have still shown up, and thank you so much for share for your time. It shows there are 4 characteristics of you. First one, you have a courage. You want to build a legacy. You are emotionally connected, as well as you are not like masses. The message of conducting a webinar has spread to, I think, 15,000 connections of mine. But how many of us joined? Few, and which is okay. But the point here is that the person who has a courage muscle will be able to move ahead. The rest are already in the mode of either asking for references or hopping from, wishing that they can hop from one job to another one with the help of some jacks. But yeah, you can only provide the direction. The rest the person has to move by himself. So as a summary, I just want to complete this section, that this is the purpose. There is a purpose of this session to give you a direction that you can open multiple sources of income, as well as how the employees looks like, what is the characteristics of employee, and when this employee has been moved out from the job, either through the layoff, what is the situation of that, and it is really possible to build your legacy with your job also. And a lot of my mentees has already did this thing, and I have a lot of examples which I am sharing on the LinkedIn as well. But the question here is, what's next? But before I move to the next section, is there any question from your side which you want me to address first? If not, then I will continue. Yeah, there is a one. Okay, no question. Thank you. Thank you. The first one is I always says, building your legacy is simple, but the people actually complicate it. There are only 4 steps which anyone has to follow. Only 4 steps. But we become so, analytical, paralytical in that domain that we complicate it too beautifully, that we said, just remain in the operations, remain in that small particle, not to see the big picture. The first point is starting point. For whom, how to offer, and how to scale up. Now, this is very important. These steps are very important. And if in 60 minutes, if you learn only these 4 steps, I think you will, crack 80% of this session, right? The first one is the starting point. Now, we all are in the job, and if someone, say, who are you? And we proudly say we are a project manager, we are, sales head, we are VP, we are, planning head, we are HR, XY, lot many questions and lot many designations has been there. But if I remove your tag, who actually you are? And this is something psychological, but this is going to give you the wings, right? If I remove my blazer, and if I stand in front of you, then who am I? This is the question which everyone has to ask. But if I say, we have to think, we have to ask from ourselves, we didn't get an answer. Obviously, we are pushing our brain to think something different. We haven't done that exercise since so many years with our, like say from 20 years in corporate life. I have never done this exercise. Someone asked, Deepak, who you are? I'm a sales head. I'm a sales director. I'm a sales, VP. Whatever the designation I want to put, that's my choice. But someday, if someone, say, Deepak, you are no more an employee. No, then who you are? I'm a good person? No. I'm a, a trainer? No. No, I'm a, this is something which you ask from yourself and you don't get an answer. I have a technique to get this answer from you. Think about it. What is the most critical element which you take care of, which you care about? What you like? What is the activity which you do when you do some sort of that particular activity? What is the satisfaction level you will get? How you feel that the world should look like? So in short, if I wake you at 3 a.m. and I say, where you are have a sound deep sleep, and then you are you are out of the worry. Then I wake you, hey Udit, tell me about, can you say anything, any top, any 4 or 5 lines on any topic which you like. Whatever you get in that instance where your subconscious mind gets that trigger, okay, I can speak on something on XYZ topic, that will become your starting point. Someone say I love yoga, someone say I like to talk about nutrition, someone say I want to talk about the healthy life, someone say I want to make up, 6-pack abs, someone say I want to teach, someone say I want to, take care of animals. Anything, that's become a starting point. Now this is important. When I did the survey, there were many elements which I got it received from the people, and these are unknown people. Someone says I love cooking, generally coming from the females. Someone say I'm in a expert copywriting, someone say I love technology, someone say I can do child care, someone say I care for the old age. Someone say I want to teach the 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 students coming from a poor family. Someone say I can do yoga, someone say I like photography. There are many, so many things which has come out. And I said, from where you get this training? He said, no, this is what we like. So what I'm trying to bring, that your 3 a.m. thought is something which where your mind is totally unaware about your identity. Obviously, if you have a quarrel with your spouse, or you had a bad day in your office, then you don't have a sound sleep. So you can't make this 3 a.m. concept over that time. When you are somewhere free, then you, at the time when your 3 a.m. thought comes in your mind, immediately you realize, okay, out of that, this is something which I can do, right? Now the biggest question which immediately our mind brings there, that okay, if I do something, let's say I talk about yoga, so can this yoga help me to get money out of that? What is the potential of the money which if I go and talk about the yoga? That is also that is also very important. Like I can have some XYZ thought, but if that thought is not able to give me the money in return, then what's the fun? What's the use? For that, we designed a table. And this is not a table, this is a calculator, right? So I just put few things. Business consultancy, what is my expertise into that? In the scale from low is 1 and high is 10. From 1 to 10, what is my expertise? In the name of, is the people are aware about that problem? Is there, is there awareness in the market? Is this really a competition there? Is this something which I really want to do, my interest? Is this something which is conflicting with my current with my current role, with my current job? If you get the answers, and you will try to make the ranking. Okay, out of these, maybe you said there are maybe 4 or 5 thoughts which has come in my mind, then out of these 4 or 5 thoughts, which is having a higher ranking? And if we find it out that, okay, out of these 4 or 5 thoughts, the ranking is given to this stuff called business consultancy. So now we will do some another calculation, where we talk about that what is the value, what is the amount, what is the money which you think you can generate from the business consultancy. And it's a beautiful exercise. It will give you the clear picture. Okay, what is going on, how it is going, how you can make money, no, not make money, what potential you think there's a money, how much money you can make out of it. And obviously, as a starting point, just go with a very pessimistic approach, minimum approach. Still, you will get some clarity. Business consultancy I can do. Now, when I started doing these all things, I give you my situation. From last 20 years, I've been into the trainings. Okay. I trained a lot of people in the technology. It's a technical training, not a sales trainings. Then from last 15 years, I'm into the sales. So 20 years, I'm into trainings. And from last 15 years, I'm into hardcore sales, complex sales. Then what I realized, I asked something, same 3 a.m. thought, and I realized that, there's a problem in the world. The world problem was very simple. Everyone expects that there should be a numbers, there should be a PO, there should be a business should grow. But the person who is on the ground don't know how to do that, because they are either coming from a simple college, average college, and the person who is already get an experience, they are using and doing the same price war. Look, at what time you will, at what level you can go up to, go below in the price to get the project? Zero. You know, you are just putting everything on yourself, and you want that I just want to get a project, award a project, and you are just going and just, throwing the numbers over there. This is not a selling. This is just a begging. Okay, give me the project. So over the time, I realized, then when I realized that, okay, there's a problem, that the sales is still a challenge and the people doesn't know about it. Can I merge these two things? What I did earlier, I was putting sales as one number and training as a second number. Then I said, let's bring two things together. Can I make a something which can lead to make them a valuable salesperson? Then over the time, I realized, then valuable salesperson, what do you mean? Is it only for sales guys? But in the most of the companies, the entrepreneurs are also sales. So why can't the business owner should understand it? Because they are accountable. Their money is on stake. Then I add something over there. Then I realized, when I talk with people who are open to work and they don't have a job from last 14, 15 months, and they're just begging for the job. So I said, why can't I give them a direction? And why can't they become the people who can, generate their own money by converting their experience, learnings into the business? I got a direction. And now I'm moving in this direction, because at the end of the day, the concept remains the same. At the end of the day, we have to grow business, we have to build your legacy. But for every person, there's small tweaking. And yes, I have my starting point. Similar, you also have a starting point. Now, someone may say, Deepak, I already in the business. Now, do you want me to change my domain? The answer is no. Let's revise what is missing. You don't have to change the domain. If it is really not a right thing, we have to take a pause and rethink that, is this domain is a good domain? Again, what will help? Our table will help. And one of the element here is competition. That will help. We will understand whether it's the right approach for you or not. So it's a step-by-step process. Then we talk about, I will not go into this. There are the two case study which I have already published. So one is for Pooja, second one is for Pushpender. So we will not go into the case study. These are the real examples, real names, but the photos are changed, because, but everything is real. I will show what we are doing with Pushpendra, in case, we are, how we have made the whole paradigm of his offerings. The second element of this fourth step is for whom we want to give our services. And that is related, again, that is related with your, your satisfaction point, the thing which you like the most. Now, there's a chances that you like it, but your customer don't need it. So there should be alignment, right? If you want to sell something, if you want to propose something, if you want to offer something, but your buyer doesn't want to take it. So we have to be very careful. So who will get the most benefit? What is the need? What problem you are solving? Are they aware that there's a problem exists, or you are just giving them an education? Or do they have a purchase power? Do they have a time? Then we have to think multiple characteristics of your customer. But the important thing is, if you want to become if you have identified your potential for everyone, then you are for no one. It's always important to start from your one domain for one particular client audience or target audience. If you want to become for everyone, then there's nothing, you cannot grow. You have to start and then later on expand, but start and remain focused, consistent for the one group. I give you an example. Let's say if you are a marathon runner, okay? Now, if you are a marathon runner, so if you say, okay, I coach people for, who wants to run, who wants to participate in marathon, let's for 21 kilometers. It's a common one. If I want to become a more specific, if I say, I am a marathon runner, I'm a marathon coach for 21 kilometers run, and I am specialized to coach men who are more than 40 years of age, 40 to 55 years of age. Now, in the broad community, you have make it smaller and make your niche. Now, once you have become expert into that, it will be easier for you to expand rather than just I say I'm a marathon runner coach. What do you mean by marathon coach? Like, are you coaching the kids? Are you coaching the adults? Are you coaching the seniors? Or are you coaching the male or female? I don't know. Are you coaching girls or boys? I don't know. So don't be a open-ended stuff. Be a specific whom you want to achieve and for what. But I should not, tell about, how from where you have to do the publicity. You have to be on the platform. But it is also important that in the message behind this slide is that for who is your customer, right? So your customers are divided into three categories. Your audience are divided into three categories. The first one is known people. This is interesting. The second one is known strangers. And the third one is unknown. For example, if you have saved my number and I have saved your number, phone number or email ID, and we have communicated maybe once, maybe in 3 years, still we are known. Okay, we are known to each other. Okay, Deepak Vijay, yeah, I heard about him. Yeah, yeah, I've seen about him. Yeah, I know about it. We were connected in our last organization. Where were you? Yeah, we connected 5 years back. Still we are known, right? Which is great. But there's something called unknown strangers. Now you have a people on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, on your Twitter, XYZ platforms, but you have not connected or you have not spoken with them from last 10 years. Even they are connected with you from last 10 years. How many contacts you have? Thousands. So these are the people who are connected, but they don't know you, known strangers. But are they easy to convert? Answer is yes. And the third one is unknown. I don't know who you are, cold. So these are the three categories of the people which we have to think about before we move ahead. And what is your offering? Most of the organization goofed up in this case. Look, we have to understand, if we understand our audience, right, we cannot charge them a very high amount. Again, we have to understand that what is their purchasing power, what is their stats. We have to understand each and everything. You cannot run your business in losses and you cannot overprice your customer, otherwise they will not come. So we have to make the different tickets for the audience which you are targeting for. There's a chance that you have a target audience, a niche audience. Not everyone is able to pay you high price. Like I give you example. Let's say time management trainer. Now, if a time management trainer come and they say my course is of around, let's say 1,000 rupees, does the students buy this course from him? 1,000 for him is too much, right? But if we say that's time management, which generally the people struggle, if we say, okay, I am a time management coach for students and the price is 300 rupees, volume will increase. Same person will say, now I'm a time management trainer for managers, first time managers, and my charges is 5,000 rupees. First time managers are many in the industry, they will buy. I'm a time time management coach for sales guys. So if the person who can, able to secure the sales just by managing his time or talk to more customers, just managing his time, think what is the conversion ratio which he has. And my charges is 5,000 or 50,000 rupees. Sales guys are ready to pay because they are in trouble. They are always have a quarterly life. And the same person will say, now I am a time management coach for CEOs or CXOs and I charge 2 lakhs rupees. You have a same product. Obviously, you have to do a lot of tweaking here and there, but the same stuff you can sell to any customer with a different price ranges. And the people make a lot of goof up because of this non-flexibility. I hope I make it clear. Then the important part, and this is my favorite. If you are doing everything and you are not able to scale up, and the scale up will only be possible if you have a digital presence, right? The people should know where you can deliver your product digitally or remotely, and Corona has shown us the new face of the world, the virtual connections. And it generally happen if you are providing any knowledge centers or maybe consultancy services or something which you can bring on the digital platform. You are going to scale up, and that's the beauty. But this scale up will only be possible if you have a right execution. Obviously, you have to do some actions. You cannot come and immediately say, okay, now I'm scaling up. You have to understand lot many things, lot many parameters around it, and which where there are a lot of templates, and you have to go through the AI. Use AI, how you can leverage AI and you can scale it up. There are so many tools available in the market which can help you, which can guide you, which can make you to reach to the multiple people in fraction of seconds. But again, if you go there, what you are going to say, that's a different game together. But scaling up is my favorite. And this is the case study of Pushpendra, which I showcased, which I just mentioned, touch base upon. But what we did with him, he is a person coming from an IT background, but he's working for the medical line, right? He wants to sell some ERP sort of solution to the hospitals, but the problem with the hospitals are they are present in T2, T3. They are not Max or the Fortis of the world. They are tier 2, tier 3 hospitals in tier 2, tier 3 cities, right? So we make the correct, we find out the characteristics of his customer target audience. We find out whether he is for community, he is for patients, for doctors, or for the hospitals. Obviously, you have seen something called no, and somewhere it's called yes. So out of this whole domain now is focused on patients and the hospitals, hospital chairmen. What can be done by him to offer them in free of cost? So free doesn't mean that if you are giving with zero value or zero amount, the people will join. No, you have to give the value, and this value will make the credibility. And the rest, the low to medium and high, you will see there are so many topics which has been mentioned over here. There are 20 ways to monetize your same offering, and he is working on these offering right now. He's working on some medium products, not a high level products. Obviously, high level products need much more time. So he's just started, I think 2.5 months back, and he's working and he's opened 3 sources of revenue from him. So he launched a book, and he is already making a tie-up with the colleges also, as well as somewhere he's participating in the hospitals also in guiding and becoming a guest speaker. There's so many things he's doing, but yeah, he has earned money from 3 sources right now. And by the way, he's doing a job also, right? So in short, what is the summary? There are starting point 3 a.m. for whom your target audience, known, unknown, as well as known, unknown, known strangers. How to offer? We have a different pricing strategies. The time management example is one of them. And how to scale up? If we bring it on the digital platforms, you are going to rock the world, and the people will listen and want to pay you if you are really providing a value over the money. But before that, there's another thing. Not before, after that, there's also a thing called a 3-pillar framework, which I call it a value seller 3-pillar business framework, which contains 3 pillars: the visibility, up in value chain, and new logo addition. So whenever we talk about any, whenever we talk about the business, the only thing which comes in our mind is that sales is not coming. Sales is the end result. I always say, and mention in my videos also, sales is always an end result. Before you sell, before you make an offer, there are 2 other things which you have to do. You have to do a visibility. The people should know you. They should position you. That's the reason your micro niche is very important. You are you a marathon runner for everyone, or you are only for male for 40 years of age who wants to run for 21 kilometers? Visibility and positioning. Are you solving a bigger problem, or are you solving a small problem? Smaller the problem, you you fight for, more is the price war. Bigger the problem, the bigger is the price and competition is less. And if you make it more valuable as compared to your price, bingo, the competition is really, is limited, right? And then you should know how to add customers, how to add new logos. If you only work with handful of clients, you will only get handful of money with lot of pressure, because they always give you the very beautiful threatening that we will throw you off, and you have to reduce the price. We are your partners, reduce our price, help us in this difficult phase, and you know how the corporate world. So do you mean by the visibility? Visibility means credibility. Are you approachable to the customer? Can they see you every time? If you're not present in the physical world, still they can see you. They can realize you. Okay, yeah, you are the guy. I can see you whenever I open any of the platform. I always see your face. You are like a ghost, which is okay. Ghost is better than no one. What is the quality of content you are posting? How much is the frequency of your appearance? Are you becoming, are you trying to build your rapport, and you are trying to build your trust? And believe me, more you speak, more you come in front of them, the better they will trust you, better they will guide you. They will understand that you are a subject matter expert, because the person who talks about the problem, definitely he has the solution. And more the time you are showing your face, better you are creating your face value, and the trust will definitely gets built as the time passes. Second, what is this problem expertise? Showcase your problem expertise. Are you solving a small problem or a bigger problem? How fast you can bring your results? Is your problem solving approach is scalable, or is you take a lot of months to get it sorted? How is the risky if the person hire you? What is the risk level he has to take? Because you don't have a name or brand as of now. What the results which you are guaranteeing for, and what is your strategies? So you have to be very clear. Most of the time, the startup make a bigger mistake when someone say, okay, okay, and we understand now. Tell me, submit your proposal, or share some write up about it. And most of the time, the startup asks, sir, can you share the NDA? Can you share the scope of work? What do you mean? You should have make it handy, right? You can't go to the customer, educate it, and then in the last you say, okay, share the scope of work. Or you just share the scope of work, I will respond. People don't like it. People understand that you don't have that capabilities. Make everything handy with you. There's a easy for another person to modify, edit it. But if you say to do the heavy lifting and make an NDA for you, or make a what you say, a scope of work and deliverable for you, no one is interested into that. It shows your lack of confidence. So bigger the problem you solve, better you should equip with all these handy materials, so that you become more expert and look more expert, or SME to in front of your customer. And the last one, always the one of the trickiest thing, is sales. Sales is not about selling the same thing in your existing accounts or existing customer. It's about hunting the new logos. How you make a bundling offers, right? Low, medium, high ticket. What is the gap you can have between what you are asking and what you're offering? So price value gap is always very important. And what guarantees you are bringing, and obviously make your offer so beautiful that the objection should automatically gets down. And people make a mistake because they think that sales means objection and no one want to get rejected. But it's not about the objections, it's about how you make your offers. And believe me, if you are only talking with few clients, you try to bring business out of this and you will be in stress. If you increase your horizon to multiple clients, your confidence level will go up, as always. So this is what I discussed about Pushpendra. Same thing. I'm just repeating the same slide, that how it looks, how you can make a bundling, just to refresh what have we discussed, few minutes back. And still we have a questions. I can't sell, Deepak. I come from a middle class family. I was in a job from last so many years. I don't like if someone rejects my offer or someone don't pick up my phone. I feel irritated. I feel low. The most common is I have to ask from my family. Guys, what you have to ask from your family? You are not working anywhere, and you are not just waiting for someone to call you and say, okay, are you free? Can you join from tomorrow? You are waiting for that moment, and you wasted 12 to 14 months. Come on, your family needs money, right? You need money, right? If the work which you are offering to the world is not being accepted right now, then it's time for you to take a uplift, take another thing, come out of the rat race, come out of the existing manpower which is doing the same stuff. One of the interesting statement I received, and I made a video also on that, that Deepak, I'm a technical guy. I'm doing this technical engineering stuff from last 15 years. Now I'm confused that whether should I go for cloud computing or AI course, or I should go for your, mentoring, or, getting a mentorship of entrepreneurship course. I said, sorry, this is not a course. This is a direction. What you are doing is a technical program, right? Is a technical course. I'm giving you the way of living your life, way to earn money. And by the way, if you're going for a technical training, who else are with you in that batch? What is their experience level? They say, yeah, they are somewhere from 5 years, 8 years, 15 years, 20 years also. I said, wow, great. But AI or cloud computers is a new thing for the world. She said, yes. Then if you learn these courses, then don't you think that 8 years or 5 years person is going to compete with you? She said, yeah, yeah, but I have an experience. What sort of experience? If you don't know cloud, what sort of experience? If you don't know AI, which is new in the world, and the world is also listening and learning this, and it's not rolled out in the masses, then what do you think? No, no big giant will hire just the person just because you did an AI. Come on, every company is making their own AI. So don't you think it's the right time to take a next step, a step of your leadership, a step of your entrepreneurship, rather than going with all these, fancy names? I am not saying don't read it. Go through that. Understand how these tools you can utilize into your journey, rather than just making an expectation that I will get a job, a stable job from that. 2024 is not a job loving period or job loving year. So clear your fundas. You are going into a trap if you expect that AI is going to help you, or AI is going to to safeguard you. Learn it, but you cannot build a legacy. Even your competition is with masses. 5 years college graduate are learning AI every day, and they are building new products. So you don't stand anywhere. So we discuss about the 3 pillar framework: visibility up in value chain, adding new logos, and the result here is open multiple sources of income. And that's what the content here is. But before, after that, I want you to do the exercises. The exercises here is that let's take an example that you have you have started earning a 1 lakh rupees per month from your own expertise, converting your own experience into the business. What are you going to achieve from that 1 lakh? What are the areas which you want what are the tasks which you want to do? Would you like to buy a home? Would you like to, go for buying a car, buying a stocks? What exactly? So just write down minimum 3 things which you will do once you start earning 1 lakh rupees per month, a minimum. Second, make a 2-minute video. And this is a video I'm talking about. It includes your introduction. It includes your professional experience and what you have learned today. Okay. Now this video serves 2 purposes. You will able to see yourself in front of the camera. Now this is very tricky thing. People are always shy, but think about it. If you are making yourself a brand, You have to see yourself. You have to show your face to the world. And there's something called shyness, or maybe fear factor also. You have to overcome that. If you are not able to overcome that factor, believe me, you are not going to conquer the world. You have to show your face, and you have to show this thing to me. You are not going to post it into the social media. You just make it, show it to me, and that's it, right? I will tell you when to post it, when not to post it. But yes, so two things: what you want to achieve, and make a 2-minute video, and what you have learned in this session along with your introduction as well. And as I always promise, you deserve a gift. And what is the gifts is all about? The first thing, and there are 4 gifts I have reserved for you, and you will be amazed the quality of the gift which I am going to share with you. And these are all, is this not a Amazon coupons? This is something which this will enable you to take a next step, because that's my promise. You have to build a legacy, and there are a lot of plug and play things which I have prepared for you. But this will only be possible if you complete this exercise. So it is very important. The first one here is the book. Now this book become a Amazon bestseller with all your wishes, as I mentioned. But this book talk about the movements. It's not about talking about any SWOT analysis or any other stuff. It talks about the movements. What will happen when your customer is not picking up your phone and you have to give a review to your management or your investors? Your customer is not picking up your phone, and you're expecting a PO, and they're not reverting back. They're not responding. What you will do in that moment? This is one chapter, 10 pages chapter I have made, and the power of purpose. Okay. So you will get it. Just read through that, understand it. And in the whole book, there are 10 chapters like this. So every point where you feel lonely and this movement can either make or break your deal is captured beautifully, and there are around 214 pages which has been filled with that, with more than 31,000 words. Second, what are the objections? If you face the challenges from your client, from your manager during the job interview, what is the challenges you will face, right? What are the objections? And there are 235 plus answers which has been given over there. Objection number 1, 4, 5 options. Objection number 2, 4, 5 options. 235 plus answers has been given. 51 challenges, objections I have mentioned over here. I think 25 plus pages is the document. Full-fledged guide for you. Frequently asked questions. This is beautiful, because people generally ask the question. You can say it is like an objection, but this is this is not a real objection, but these are general statements or ask questions. So products and offering, guarantees, product, a lot of things has been covered. 200 plus answers has been given here also. You can see, this is a question, there are multiple answers behind it. So you will see there are many things has been put, and you itself, you go through that 20 plus pages, you will see, wow, something is really valuable is provided to you, and you will be the part of the business community. Now the business community is something where the like-minded people assembled. We are building a community, and there are people across the globe is gathering over there, and there will be business running in that community as well. So it's always in a rising mode, in a growing mode. And just to give you example, 16 plus podcasts has been done so far with the international leaders, and they all are either the founders, co-founders with 25 plus years of experience. Yeah, you can see the person who is sitting besides me in this podcast. So the community is growing bigger and bigger, right? And the good part is they all are like-minded people. But the first step is always hard. So what do you mean by this? The starting point. So starting point, I mean, what if I'm thinking about sales, is it a right option? If I'm thinking about project management as my starting point, is it a right option? There are so many confusion. Now you understand the 3 pillar framework, you understand 4-step process, but from where has to start? So the starting point, then who has my money? Okay, I know my customer. It doesn't mean this is the right customer for you. You have to do a lot of iterations. How I can compete, or I can, compete, or I can kill the competition, which makes you me only position. How you make your first sale, what is your value offerings to that guy, and how you make your first delivery, so your first invoice, and how you make this process repeated. So once you have your starting point, vertical 1, the second is vertical 2, vertical 3, vertical 4, based on your starting point which you have identified, can you make multiple business avenues out of it? And once you make multiple off from one starting point, can you repeat it for the other sections also? Obviously, the answer is yes. So for that, I'm introducing a 75-minute session for value seller guidance to discover your starting point. What do you mean by that? That here you will understand, we will be doing that exercise, Excel-based exercise with each and everyone to find out that what should be your starting point. And the good part is, I will be the facilitator, and you are sharing your ideas, and I will be writing it down. And then once you will find out the ranking, we will discuss whether this has a good potential or not. And it's a lot of brainstorming, lot of discussions, and lot of points will be taken during this session. And the price of this session is 4,500 for 75 minutes. I know there are a lot many chats has been come. It's too much. I don't know. I shouldn't say it's too much or too less, but starting point is something which makes you going. Otherwise, believe me, whatever the sales training you can do in the market, everything will go waste because you are just doing a copy paste approach. But let's understand what is covered. So you will be getting a lot of bonuses there also. Lifetime access to webinars and free one-to-one calls. 75 minutes will give you a direction, but once you start talking on working more on that, you will get a lot of queries. So you can call me and there will be one-to-one session which can be discussed. And as you mentioned, the price is the 4,500, but it is not the price which you have to pay, because you are a part of the family, you are a part of value seller community now. The price here is 199. What? 4,500 to 199? Yes. Because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to enable you to become a money magnet. And this price is very, 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 less than the Starbucks coffee. And the schedule which I've set it out is for Saturday, 27th April, 9 a.m. to 10:15, 75 minutes. So that I don't want your weekend to get wasted. So by 10:30, you will be free, and you can do your family, stuff as usual, because you also need your family. But why I have written 75 minutes? Because there will be a lot of exercises. And what is the outcome? The outcome here is that other than with sources of income, start earning, I want you to do the reverse engineering. Because now when you know what is your outcome, what the outcome you are expecting, then you are going and achieving it. People make from A to B to C, D, E, F. I want you to make a reverse calculation, and you will be surprised that reverse calculation, you will get a more clarity. So if you want to achieve 1 lakh, how this 1 lakh is there? But with your starting point, can you achieve that 1 lakh per month? So are you able to connect the dots? This is the beauty. And okay, let's say you do it. Still, are you able to do it manually, or do you want some sort of templates which can help you out? These templates are also ready only for you, so that you can get a more idea and more hands-on, and you don't have to waste the time like what I did, because I created this template for myself, and the same will be given to you. So what we did in 60 minutes, well, I'm very well in time. 60 minutes. So we discuss about the the characteristics of employee, especially an unemployed person and the employed person. What are the 4 steps? Starting point, for whom, how to offer, scale up, then the visibility up in value chain, adding new logos, and the next step to discover your starting point, which is planned for Saturday, 27th April. With that note, I don't want to to stretch your time because you also have a commitments. So the session number 11 today, 60 minutes. I really want you to take action. You will get this recording, you will get this what you say, the slide deck also on the bonuses which I have promised to you, right? Be ready to take mistakes. I am standing with you. I know how this lonely journey looks like, and the people really, you know, failed if no one is here to support them. And there's no support coming not from your friends, not from your family, because they are not from this background. They don't talk the language which you are thinking about. So that's the biggest clashes. So you have to do it by yourself, and I know the pain. So 101 calls are meant for you so that you can take the actions. So any questions?